So as I told you, the content is taken care of by the HTML elements and the style by CSS and the behavior by JavaScript. I mean the JavaScript. And jQuery is nothing but the minified, simplified form of jQuery. It is far simpler than JavaScript in terms of size as well as the ease of coding. They just developed a library of functions, and it is being open sourced for any web page front-end development activities. There are two ways that you can use jQuery, meaning download the jQuery library functions, library files to your local files, local folders, or else you can use the content delivery network to like a just-in-time compiler. So to make just programming easy, JavaScript programming easy, they have come up with this jQuery. Like I said, if you go to this webpage jQuery.com, say for example it's in here, JQuery.com. So this is the website, and you can download your jQuery from these links. There are two versions available. If you just go back, you will see the jQuery.com web page, and then you can see the downloading option from here. If you click this downloading option, and then you will see this second page that with the two links. One link is for downloading the production version, which is the compressed one, and the uncompressed version, development version. Normally, when your page is to be uploaded, we use the compressed version, which is minified. So very simple. You can right click this link and then click the save link as option to save in your folder. I have already saved, and I have saved in the folder where I would like to save my what you call the jQuery files. So it's already there. So it is in here that I have saved all my jQuery. One is the uncompressed version, the other is the compressed version. This is what we will use for our production. So now the second option, before going to the second option, once your jQuery files are downloaded and saved in the folder, in the website folder, you can use this script reference in your HTMLs, so that your HTML can use these jQuery functions, library functions. So look at this one, jQuery --3.3.1.min.js. It is nothing but the name of the file that we have saved here. So this is what is being referenced here. And the second method, what I said was about content delivery network. Content delivery network is like a content server, many novel providers these days, information providers these days present keep multiple copies available in the internet using content delivery servers, content delivery network, so that they can achieve load balancing as well as traffic is minimized in the web. So one such cloud resource is there for the jQuery also, one by Google and another one by Microsoft. There are also some other content delivery networks. Just these are two popular ones I just wanted to highlight. And look at this link. When you want to use the the jQuery library functions on the fly using the content delivery network, you will be referencing this source, that is https ajax.googleapis.com/ajax/libraries bar jQuery, then 3.3.1 jQuery.min.js. This is the one. This is what is the content delivery network address or the reference for the jQuery by Google. This second one is from the Microsoft. Now if you see the common jQuery structure, it's very simple. All our jQuery scripts will begin with a function like this. Let us just assume it like a main method of a C++ program or a Java program. Something similar to that, you have a function, a method head like this, and this is nothing but the dollar, nothing but refers to jQuery. Even you can use the keyword jQuery in the place of a dollar, and the document.ready function indicates that the following or the body of this function, the content here will be executed once the document is ready, meaning once it is fully loaded in the browser. After it is fully loaded in the browser, the following things are ready to work. That is the meaning of this ready function. And it is time now that we go and take a look at the small example program that we have, to understand more about how to write jQueries. So as I told you, it is a very simple HTML that I have here. There are few elements. One is a heading, and there is a paragraph, and there is a div. With the ID div1, and there are 3 divs actually. Each one of them having separate IDs. One is div1, div2, and div3. That's all about the body of the HTML. And then look at the head element here. We have a style sheet also being attached to this what you call the HTML that we have. The HTML name is mydemo.css. Let us take a look at mydemo.css. It's not that complex to know. You have already some knowledge about CSS that you have studied in your lower level courses. And look at the body. It takes a font family of Helvetic and sans serif, something like that. We have here 2-3 styles, and this one is a class that has the following design, which we have used for all the messages, that is for the paragraphs as well as the div elements. And look at the close button. There is one close button that I have shown you during the demo, and this is what is the CSS style, so that it takes a particular background color, and it takes the position absolute with the top 0 right 0, so it appears in the rightmost corner of the box, and then that has a cursor pointer, meaning with the moment I take the cursor over this button, it becomes a pointer. And this is how we have designed. And there is also a CSS for fact question, which has the color blue and cursor pointer, same thing. And let us take a look at our HTML, and I have linked my style sheet to this page by this link tag, and link uses a attribute called relationship, and then the type, and then the href. The href takes the name of the CSS. And look at the next one, that is script tag. And the script first tells the HTML that it uses the jQuery library functions, and the source is referenced here, which is just now downloaded from the jQuery.com website, and it is saved in your website folder, and meaning where you are going to save all your HTMLs which you will use. Suppose you want to have a folder structure or a different organization, you will be giving the absolute path of the library functions. Well, here is our first jQuery script example. As I told you, all jQuery scripts should be inside our jQuery ready function, which comes like this: jQuery of document dot ready function. The ready function takes anonymous function as its argument, and the function comes here. So this is where we will build our jQuery activities, our jQuery behavior functions. So to just test that my jQuery is working fine, I would like to start with a small example of writing a static text in the document, for which I use the DOM method document dot write, and I just write a static text here. which says welcome to JQuery. So this is our sample. So I just wanted to only manipulate the document object. In the further lessons, we will see how we can manipulate other DOM objects and methods. So that once I open in the Firefox, you can see that the text, static text, is being displayed here. Actually, if you take a look at my HTML, it has got some other contents also, because I just in the whole document I wrote this text, it just disappeared. All the other text disappeared, and then you can see the. So before I move to further examples, I would like you to take a close look at the jQuery selectors. It is similar to CSS selectors, meaning if you look at our slide here, all selectors use a $sign and the selector. Selector is nothing but the similar to the the CSS selectors. It could be HTML elements, it could be class names, it could be IDs, it could be even group of them, it could be even the combination of these two. So multiple elements also can be selected, and then after that, following a dot, you will see the action, which is the event that you will perform on the objects in the HTML. So it could be click, double click, move, mouse over, all this stuff. So when you if you see the examples here, dollar and inside the bracket double quotation p dot hide, which says that select the element indicated by the letter P, which means select all the paragraph elements in the HTML and hide it. So hide is a JQuery method, JQuery library function, which hides the paragraph element. So now just stop for a while and try to appreciate the use of JQuery. Just one method, hide. So it doesn't require you to write a very long script of multiple lines code to hide a script. Just one method, hide, is enough to hide the paragraph element. So that is where jQuery becomes interesting to use and develop front ends, easy user and attractive front ends in the web applications or web pages. So let us go back to our example and try. Before I go back, maybe we can also see the slide has the same thing what I have discussed, that is the why the ready function and what is the purpose of it. It just makes sure that the objects in the page should be fully loaded, so that we can exercise the events written for those objects, or simply to say manipulating the DOM object is possible only after the page is fully loaded with all the elements inside. So that is why we make sure that all our JavaScript, jQuery functions are inside that ready function, and something like a main method. And if you look at this one, this is another interesting thing. To make your work easy and simpler, the document.ready, that is the document.ready function, can be simply written by a single $, which means that which is just replacement for those long literals. You can just write by a single $, and this is how it will look like now. So this dollar button means again it is a ready, and this $document, it's $document already, is a $ function is enough. And this is a sample script here, which hides a paragraph when a button is clicked. So this is how we will write. So let us go back to our program and we will see how we can develop further. Now the example program that I have shown you in the beginning of the slide, let us see how we can do that, how we can make it. So let me take the same program and modify it step by step. So to start with, let us see how my paragraph can recognize a click and then hide text or something. So let me try with the paragraph, or the div element is also equally good. So I go a little up and then I start my program here. So dollar my selector, and what is the ID of the element that is being dealt, that is being manipulated by my jQuery? That the ID is div1. So I just go and indicate the ID by beginning with the hash symbol div1. So I am selecting my div1, and what is the action that I want to perform? Maybe it is a click, for example. And what is the behavior that you want? That function I will write now. This is the behavior. So what is the behavior? The behavior is written inside the function here. So what behavior? For the time being, let us try to hide another div. So I want to actually hide. So the method is hide, and what should be hidden? That the selector should say what should be hidden. So I select the div2 and hide. So let us say with the hash symbol, so that I mean the ID. So here it comes very simple. When the document is ready, when my page is fully loaded, and if I click the when I click the div1, my div2 will be hidden. Let us try this example. I save the program and I open in the browser. So let me open in Firefox. This is the div1. So I'm going to click the div1. When the moment I clicked div1, the div2 is gone, and you see only div3. So let me refresh the page for you. Run once again. I click div1. Watch here. The div2 will disappear. The div2 will disappear now. So I click div1. Div2 is gone. So this is what? This is how simple we can write JavaScript. I mean the jQuery. And let us see how we can add this CSS colors and backgrounds and boxes and borders and padding to it by using our CSS design, I mean style. I have got already several CSS, I mean styles for the page. I'm going to just use it now. I have got message, I have got close button. So let me show you how I can do that for you. I take the div here. I would like it to be in the what is called, I will make it in a group or div, so that I can put all the divs in one div. So div class is equal to, and the name of the class would be message, so that it all takes the style described by my message. So my div is closed here, and look at the paragraph here. My paragraph, I want a cross button, a close button in the end of the message. So I would like to put the cross inside a span tag. It can be also in some other div. So I use a span, and then the class is equal to, it is called the close button. So close btn. You may wonder why I have created this, because I want to put just a cross symbol, a close button in the end of it. So the design, the style is made already very appropriate to keep this on the right top corner of the box, which is been explained here. That is, the top is 0, right is 0, which means it will go to the right most part. And I have done my page design. If you want to take a look, let us take a look at the page here. So class is equal to message. So is my reference? Yes, demo css.css. I didn't save it. Let me save it, and then I'm going to refresh the page. Well done. So I can see here the CSS, the style is applied, and here you can see the cross is in some other place, but because the box is not given to that one, so the paragraph also will use the message class, meaning class is equal to message, so that it takes a box shape with the background color and looks pretty well now. So I have made the background requirements. Now the style is being added. Now we are planning to add functionality, the behavior. Now if I click, it doesn't do anything special. Now I have to add the behavior. So I'm going to add now, again in the same script. So this is for example, so I can remove this one. Let me write the behavior for the close button. So again, let us select the element. The element's class ID is close button, so it is denoted by dot close close bt, and that is the name of it. So watch this dot. Earlier we were using hash symbol. Hash symbol is for IDs and dot for the classes, but the remaining things are similar. What should be the action that you will be performing? What is the event on the dot? That is the click event. So when I click my close button, what do you want? What behavior you want the browser to display, the window, the front end to function? I mean to show. So that is my function that I am going to write now. So my function is that it has to disappear. It has to hide. It has to hide what? It has to hide the div which is the parent of the span, because close button is a span which is inside the paragraph document, the paragraph element. So for the span, the paragraph is parent. So I want to indicate that my span's parent with the class ID message should be hidden. So I would very carefully say here, select my present close button. For selecting the same element which is being clicked, we have a special keyword called this. So this means the object that is in operation now, that is in selection now, which means the close button. So you can either write close button or this, both are same. So this dot, and what is that you have to identify is the parent of this one, like the XPath. Who is the parent? So parent is given here by a method called parents. And parents, there can be many parents. So meaning what is the parent's ID? If div is also, the paragraph is also a child of another parent, then we have to indicate which parent. So for that we will use the class ID message. So parent of dot message dot. If you want to hide, you can use hide. There is a method called fade out, which will fade out, I mean diminish, I mean slowly hide it with a bit of animation. So we use the fade out method. So watch the method here. I choose the close button, click. I mean my following line number 10 will be executed when you click the close button. What is the execution? The close button's parent with the class ID, with the class message will fade out. So watch the fade out method. I put the O capital, and then this is the keyword, which means always what is the object that is being used for the behavior, that is for the event, that is the close button in this case. So I say, and I run the program. I opened in the Internet Explorer just to tell you that it is also possible, and I go here to close this one, and you can see it is faded away. I refresh one more time, and then I close it again. I want to show it again to you. I close this one, and it is fading away. So this is very simple and attractive. So how crispy the code is. It is just one line, and then it does a magical work. That is the beauty of JQuery.